Good afternoon, everybody. Houston, Meandering Piper. Hope everybody is enjoying their Tuesday evening. And today, we got a very special video for you. And it is going to be a VR to the CatholicPipeSteader. He has hit 100 subs. So, congratulations, my friend. You definitely deserve it. So, we're going to do this VR here. He's got 4 things for us. But before we get into that, the housekeeping is this barber pole cigar that I have forgotten the name of. So, I just picked this up on my way home from work, and it's a new house cigar that my local shop has started selling. It comes from Miami, Florida, a cigar company down there, and like I said, I can't for the life of me remember their name, but this is a really great cigar. It's the first time I've ever had one of these style cigars, and it was a lot bigger, but I've been smoking on it for a little while now, enjoying myself. So, but it's really tasty. I'm surprised with it, and you know, whenever I find the name, you know, I'll let y'all know. But anyway, the first thing you wanted to know was a little bit about our pipe smoking history. Set that back out of the way there. And for me, I didn't really have anybody in my family that smoked a pipe. I'd always been kind of interested in it, you know, from reading the Lord of the Rings books, you know, Sherlock Holmes, watching the movies, especially the older movies, the black and white movies. A lot of pipe smokers in those old movies. And I guess, you know, it was always, you know, something I associated with, you know, people who were accomplished or, you know, highly intelligent, like Einstein or Mark Twain or one of them. So I was always kind of fascinated with the pipe. Unfortunately, that's not where I began my tobacco journey. I started out whenever I was a lot younger, chewing tobacco. And then I took to the cigarettes, and I alternated back and forth between those for a long time. And especially whenever I was out over the road, you know, I really took to the cigarettes because it was just a lot easier, more convenient, you know, to grab a cigarette, you know, out of the pack and smoke it while you were going down the road, versus, you know, putting a chew in, you know, and having the spit cup or the mud jug or whatever there. But anyway, I always wanted to try a pipe, figured I'd give it a shot, you know, so I stopped in while I was out over the road at this one tobacco store. They got me a cheap little pipe, it was that house blend I was telling you about, that Sailor's Delight, which turns out it's just a straight black Cavendish like Captain Black Dark. And I want to say Autumn Evening. But, you know, I wasn't, you know, very good at pipe smoking. This is back before I found the YTPC or anything like that. And I gave it up pretty quick. You know, I was, you know, always doing it wrong, smoking it hot, you know, burning my mouth. It just wasn't a very good experience for me. You know, and I would go back to cigarettes and chew, and then eventually, you know, I'd wander back to the pipe, try it again, and you know, it went on and on like that until here about a year ago now. And I pretty much just told myself and told my wife that, you know, I'm going to give the pipe another shot, and if I don't, you know, take to it this time, you know, I'm just going to be done with tobacco altogether. But anyway, went down to my local shop here, and this guy, he's a really great guy, the owner. He actually sat down, took the time to get to know me. We had talked before, you know, on one of my, what you would call it, phases, you know, going back to the pipe, you know, but I wasn't really into it seriously then, you know, I just still hadn't got the hang of it or anything like that. But he took the time, sit down, got me set up with a good pipe, got me set up with a good tobacco, actually walked me through how to smoke it, you know, the best way, different techniques, stuff like that, how to pack it, you know, and how to get the best bang for your buck, so to speak, you know, get the most enjoyment out of a smoke. And it just went from there. You know, it's been almost a year, and I haven't looked back. I haven't touched the dip, never gone back to cigarettes. I've been off of those for a few years now, and yeah, that's pretty much you know, my little journey in the pipe smoking so far. And of course, from pipes that led to cigars. And I'm still not a super huge cigar fan. I would prefer a pipe over a cigar, but occasionally the mood does strike when I want a cigar, and it struck a couple of times here in this last month. So but yeah, you know, that's my pipe smoking journey so far. You wanted to know our favorite activity while smoking a pipe. Well, it's this right here, you know, sitting out here under the shade tree, or sitting on the porch, or in my recliner, and just sitting, you know, smoking, you know, letting, you know, my thoughts roll, or, you know, trying to work out a problem. Or sometimes I just like to sit there and, you know, just try to, you know, figure out as much about a tobacco as possible. You know, just sit there, you know, it's nice and quiet, relax, you know, and enjoy the smoke. That's not to say I don't do other things. I do like to watch TV while smoking. I like to read. That's also a favorite pastime of mine while I'm smoking a pipe. There's nothing I won't do while smoking a pipe unless smoking is prohibited, you know, from whatever I'm doing at the time. But I'd have to say most definitely is just sitting, relaxing, you know, and getting lost in my thoughts while I'm smoking a pipe. Would definitely be my favorite activity. You wanted to know what our favorite tobacco was and why. And this is how it sits right now. And it's subject to change, you know, because everybody's tastes change over the years as we try different things and progress further into our hobby. But as it sits right now, my favorite tobacco would be Rattray's Howl of the Wind. And they're a Scottish company. And there's just something about that tobacco. It is just, you know, my perfect tobacco. It just, all the flavors are there. It's got Virginia's, a little bit of Perique, some Burley, and dark fired Kentucky. And it's just like the perfect combination of, you know, all those things that, you know, makes a great smoke. And I haven't been able to get a hold of it here lately. My local guy's been out, and every time I find it online, it's usually sold out. So next time the local guy gets it in, I'm stocking up on that stuff pretty hardcore. But yeah, definitely my favorite tobacco is just, I don't know, something about it, the taste, the way it smokes, and I don't know, it's just my perfect tobacco. It's hard to explain. And the last one would be the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me while smoking a pipe. Well, it's kind of difficult for me. I'm kind of a boring pipe smoker, so you know, I usually don't get too excited over anything. But one really cool experience is just sitting down and watching this YouTube video, and actually it didn't happen too long ago, but sitting there smoking a pipe trying to figure out that little riddle thing that Pipes and Spirits had posted. And it took me several days. You know, I worked on it, you know, tried, you know, the riddle every which way I could. Every, you know, time I had a free minute, I was trying to figure out this little riddle. But, you know, after a few days, finally got it, and I won a Dr. Greybow Savoy. So, like I said, I'm a pretty boring pipe smoker. You know, usually it's my relaxation time. So I usually try to avoid all the excitement and all that fun stuff while I'm smoking a pipe or a cigar. You know, it's kind of my meditation time. But yeah, that was really cool. I couldn't believe that I had won. Whenever I finally figured out that riddle, it was such a relief because I'd been going at it for several days and I was hitting everywhere around, but I kept missing. I was just that close each time. But eventually we figured it out, and that was a lot of fun. And the pipe he sent that Dr. Grabo Savoy is a great little smoker now. But anyway, hope that covers everything you were looking for. Again, congratulations on the 100 subs. You really deserve it, man. I really enjoy watching your channel. So, and guys, if you haven't checked out CatholicPipeSteader yet, I am going to leave the link to his channel down in the description box, so you can go on over there and give him a sub and get him to 200. So, but anyway, y'all, I think I'm going to end it there. Congratulations on the subs again. I can't stress that enough. And take care, everybody. Pleasant smokes, and we will talk to y'all later.